And welcome to another Family Finance Friday. Happy Easter, Passover, Holi, whatever you are celebrating this weekend. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And tonight, in this Family Finance Friday, we are talking about the power of sharing our blessings. Um, in keeping with this week's theme, which was all about, you know, finding your larger purpose, and then ways to get yourself to that purpose. Um, this really, I had a little bit of difficulty applying this to kids, but I think I did it. So let me know. Um, so we know there's a lot of celebrations going on this weekend, and your kids are probably really excited about what they're going to be receiving. Whether it's an Easter basket or Easter egg hunts or other celebrations, other little, gifts or whatever, depending on, like I said, once again, depending on what your religious beliefs are and how you are observing the religious holidays going on right now. And so this is a great time to teach kids about giving. Now, since I'm a Christian, these are going to be very Easter specific. So I apologize. I don't mean to leave anyone out, but I am not going to pretend to know a lot about things that am not familiar with. So, I mean, I know the basics of the other, traditions, but I, you know, I'm, I have full faith that you will be able to apply this to whatever you are doing this weekend. Um, so, um, you want to start talking to your kids well before the celebration. So before the Easter egg hunts, before the Easter baskets appear Sunday morning, um, and explain to them the reason behind this particular holiday. And for many of us, it has to do with the fact that God was very generous and gave to the poor, and He continues to be generous to us even when we don't fully appreciate what He's been doing for us. And then go into talking about what tithing is, because tithing, can be a very, confusing, complicated term for, especially for children. Um, I know some religions have very strict guidelines as to what tithing is. Other ones, leave it more up to interpretation. Um, but basically it comes down to the fact that, God is generous to us. He expects us to turn around and be generous to others and to share what he has given to us with others. And so, and in doing so, we'll actually receive more, because to whom much is given, much more is expected. And to whom, those who are responsible will be given even more. And I've totally just like totally paraphrased that, but whatever. You can find the Bible verse if you want to. Um, so, anyways, so it could be time, it could be money, it could be candy, it could be, a smile, it could be anything you want it to be. And so, sit down with your kids after you talk to them about all these things and see how they want to be able to give and on to other people, and what, how they want to share, their good fortune right now. And so, a couple ideas that I thought of just offhand would be, sharing some of their Easter basket, especially with their parents, right? The good stuff. It's kind of like Halloween. Um, or it could be, maybe sharing some of that Easter basket with an elderly relative or neighbor. It could be, making cards for those who are lonely, or, I mean, kids are creative. They're so much more creative than I am. So let them come up with ways that they can give forward. It may be making a donation. It may be, maybe they decide they don't want the Easter basket, and instead they want to donate that money to a charity or a cause. Like I said, it could be any number of things. Anything goes. And so, hopefully this gives you a little something to talk with your kids about this weekend. And I know I'm a little late to the game, so I apologize for that. I probably almost should have used this last weekend, but I um, I have to admit, I the days kind of get away from me. I can't believe Easter's here already. So let me know what your kids decide that they want to do. I cannot wait to hear what creative things they come up with. and I will talk to you all next week. Happy Easter, everyone.